Hello and welcome. In this demo, I'll be taking you through a new product offering from Sonatype. It's called Sonatype Developer. This will help you improve the developer productivity and also see a significant increase in your current fixed rates and mean time to remediate. Beginning with this month's on-premise release, the 180 release, as well as the cloud release, this product has been enabled for all lifecycle customers at no cost. Any customer that upgrades to the latest IQ version will get access to Sonatype Developer. We can access this product through the product switcher on the IQ user interface, as you must have seen earlier. So we go here and we click on developer. This takes us to a new tab, which is great because I do not lose the context what I was doing on the IQ server previously. So this is your landing page for Sonatype Developer at this time. In the first release, we are starting with 3 different menu options. You have a dashboard to track important metrics and keep a track on your integrations. You have a reports option. This is similar to what you have been used to seeing in lifecycle. The difference being this leads us to a very different view than what we see through lifecycle. And then we have the advanced search menu option. This is, again, similar to what you have in lifecycle. The difference being that this has been added here because the user might want to stay in the context here rather than going back to product switcher and have to go to lifecycle. We are trying to have the developer context specific features all clubbed in here so that you can do the actions within the flow itself. Now about the first feature, which is the developer dashboard. We believe that in order to achieve the desired automation and to get to the required data around prioritization on what I should be working, what I should not be looking at, and stuff like that, we need to have deep developer integration. So this view specifically is divided into 2 parts. You have a bunch of charts here, very relevant and contextual to the kind of things we usually track and want to keep an eye on, as well as a way for us to be able to look at how many of my applications are integrated with CI/CD and SCM and how many I need to still actively put efforts to get them integrated into my pipeline. There are also a few other useful columns, which again links to the fact that is my application being actively used and what's the current state of integrations, as well as be able to get to a priorities view, which is another feature, but we will first cover dashboard and then talk about it. We have a useful option to filter based on the view I would like to get from the list of applications that I have access to. And this gets applied here. So overall, developer dashboard is going to help me drive my risk prioritization in a way better way than what I do today. And as I was saying, if things aren't configured here, there is a way in which we kind of went forward to how it was previously. So we kind of went ahead and we have provided code snippets here for any of the applications that aren't CI/CD or SCM configured so that you could just copy paste from here and get this to your scripts quicker than what you are being used to doing so today. All of this effort is geared towards improving your mean time to remediate. But having your applications integrated is just one step towards improving your MTTR. There are many more ways in which this can be taken care of, which we are now going to talk about. From a developer's perspective, they want to know directly what they can do today with the most return on investment. That is the use case for developing an application priorities view, which is the next feature we are going to talk about now. So application priorities view is accessible through developer dashboard, as well as you can go to reports and search for a specific application. Either way, it's going to lead you to the same page. The difference being when you search for your application in developer dashboard, the priorities view here is defaulted to the build stage. A lot of times we understand that developers might be looking at priorities at a future stage and not really the build stage. In that case, we recommend going on to reports, searching for your application. And then this presents to us an awesome view of all the different stages that my application is being configured for where evaluation happens. And I can basically jump to any stage and see what are the actionable items as per the policies of that stage, which I can look into today. As we get into this page, what we see here is a list of items very different to the full IQ report that you see today. It is no longer sorted based on the highest threat level and so on. There is a very different algorithm working here. It's a brand new engine. This new engine that Sonatype has developed uses a variety of factors to determine the top priority and the one after. So the factors we look into is policy action, security reachability, available recommendations, and threat level. All of these different factors are applied as weights. This helps us drive the best prioritization possible based on a variety of different factors, and this is always changing. This is refreshed in every evaluation that is done. The previous one is replaced. Now, as we see, look at the sort order that is being presented to us. It says the top priority is to upgrade Commons Compress version 121 onward to 126. It has prioritized this particular security finding ahead of threat level 10 PIP 23.4 violation. The reason being security reachability as well as the path forward. So the goal here is that if you had 5 minutes of your time, you'd rather spend it on things which you can do something about. Even though I presented to you this particular finding, but there's no recommendation available, there is no confidence on reachability. Can you fix this quickly? The answer is maybe, maybe not. The point being that this is not directly actionable. This may be actionable. We want to present you things which are first actionable directly, which you can do quickly, and then you keep going through the list and flushing it out. This is a test application, so that's why you see one of them, but there might be more. So the list is ordered in the same way as I said to you. This is the opportunity for us here to make sure that development teams feel encouraged. They are presented with a list that excites them, and they are able to see that there's true respect for the time they spent with any security tool. They get the return on investment that they spent with this tool. It is easy to follow this sequence. All of these records are clickable. Our effort is to provide as much metadata as possible for each of these records to give as much context as possible to developers, but we do understand that they may still have questions. So you can click any of these rows. This takes you to the component details page. This is the same page as you see through the lifecycle report. So no changes to this. We are definitely working to make this section more intuitive. So the developer or the user has to do less of decision making. Either way, you will be able to see in future releases any of the policy violations associated to this component, which of them were reachable, which of them were not reachable. And then there's a way for you to go back to the priorities view and keep going through the list.